Hey y'all, this is Lindsay. I wanted to do a video today. I just finished my insanity workout. I'm getting ready to do a snack with my, Ezekiel bread, which I love. And I just wanted to share with you, yesterday was the last day of public school for the year. And while I don't have a public school child, I am a former teacher. So when I say this year, I refer to the school year. So my year runs from June to... No, I'm sorry. It runs from August to June. I'm totally confused. August to June. So when I say this year, it's just ingrained in me that I'm talking about the school year. And I've come a really long way this year, and I just wanted to share a little bit about it, about my journey, and about my why. I have two boys. They are 5 and 3. They're crazy. We'll see if one makes an appearance. The other one's at gymnastics. And my issues really started with my second son. I've always been physically fit. I've always worked out. I haven't ever really enjoyed it, but I'm getting there. But I've always done it. I love to cook, and I eat clean, and I cook clean. So I've never had an issue with weight. But with my second son, he's 3 now, he had a lot of issues, a lot of skin issues, some allergies that we were dealing with when he was born. And when we started trying to introduce regular food, he just wouldn't eat. He would act like you were torturing him when you tried to put a spoon in front of him. It was just an odd reaction. So we went to Chapel Hill, which is the big research hospital in the area, and it's about 2 hours away, and started meeting with their feeding team, and they started evaluating my son for a condition called eosinophilic esophagitis, which basically is eczema on the inside of your esophagus due to food allergies. Your body's white blood cells basically attacks the food that you're trying to eat. So obviously it would be painful, and even if we got the allergies taken care of, he still had developed this fear of eating. So we started the long haul of feeding therapy. I'd go once a week to Chapel Hill, 2 hours each way. He was starving, bless his heart, so he would wake up in the middle of the night several times for a bottle of very special, expensive formula that we were giving him. And he was very fussy and just not comfortable because he was in pain, and we were doing all these things. And we did that for 2 years. We got to the point where I was getting ready to split up my family and take him and move to Virginia to do an intensive 6-month feeding camp if I couldn't figure it out on my own. So there were many hours where I would sit at the kitchen table, and have a spoon in front of his house in front of his mouth for 2 hours while he screamed, just to try to get him to eat. Obviously it was very rough for me. I wasn't sleeping, didn't have time to work out, wasn't eating because I was stressed, wasn't really cooking because I just didn't have time. Fast food was easy, especially on the drives to Chapel Hill and back, and I just really started putting myself last. I pretty much had to. I didn't really have a choice. I was determined not to split up my family, and so it just meant a lot of work on my part. So it was about 2.5 years. We worked. We're finally at the point where he's starting to eat. He's not great, but we're working on it. And I guess it was last summer we really started making a breakthrough, and they said we wouldn't have to go to Virginia. And my husband took me to Jamaica in August for a 10-year anniversary, and every morning, I'm a Christian, and every morning I read the Bible, and when I do, I just kind of open up the Bible, and usually I can find something that speaks to me. While I was in Jamaica, I'd get up early in the morning, pour me some Jamaican coffee, and I kept coming across these verses. Every day I would open up the Bible and come through the verses, and I wrote them in my journal. I just want to share a few. From Exodus, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Psalm 46, "Be still and know that I am God." That was my mantra this year. Psalm 37, "Be still in the presence of the Lord and wait patiently for him to act." And Isaiah 40:31, but those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. And I guess it's like the fourth day we were there. My husband looked at me, and he didn't know what verses I was reading. And he looked at me and he said, Lindsay, you know what? He said, and the phrasing he used just sends shivers down my spine. He said, I haven't seen you this still in a very long time. And he said, you need to bring that back to New Bern. And I looked at him, I laughed, and I had my mojito in hand, and I said, yeah, I'm in Jamaica, buddy, without my kids. Of course I can be still here. And he said, well, I don't know what we have to do. I don't know how I can help you, and I don't know who we can hire to help you, but you're going to bring this back to New Bern because you're falling apart. Sorry. And you're bringing down the family. And I knew that. I knew that. I'm the mom. I set the tone for this house, and I was falling apart. I was not putting myself a priority, and I was falling apart. And my relationship with my husband was suffering, with my kids, my friends, everybody. And I was just trying to keep it together, and I'm the queen of trying to stay busy, and so I was trying to stay busy. I was involved in a lot of things that I thought would help, great activities, but it just wasn't enough. And so my husband and I sat down in Jamaica, and we wrote a mission statement for me. And we decided that any activity, any person, any obligation that came my way had to be matched up with that mission statement. And if it didn't help me with my mission statement and my goals, then I had to say no, even if it was a great opportunity. For the time being, I had to say no. So I declared it the year of me, and I said, I'm going to be still and know that I am God. That was my mantra. And I was still for a long time. I didn't do anything. I was just trying to wait patiently on the Lord and figure out where He wanted me, what I was supposed to do. And I started working out and eating clean again and cooking for my family, and things were going great. And I was doing the gym thing. Now, I love the gym. I love to lift some weights, and I love the gym. I like the idea of going there and being outside of my home by myself and doing my workout. But one kid would get sick, and I would get off routine, and it just wasn't working for me. It's just not in my life right now. And I'd always been involved with Beachbody products. I did P90X before or right after my first child. I had done some Insanity. And so I've always known about Beachbody, and it was kind of what I would always come back to when I would get out of a routine, and it just worked for me. And going to a gym is great, but this is what works for me. And I started to think, you know what? There are a lot of moms out there that just can't make the gym work. They have to have an at-home program. It eliminates excuses. Your kid can be sick, and you can still do a workout. You can have a million things to do, but you can find time at home to do a workout. You don't have to worry about childcare. You don't have to worry about when the gym is open. And you know what? Some days I don't get my scheduled workout done, but I can throw in a 10-minute Fast and Furious Insanity video, or however long it is. It seems like an hour. And I can get it done. I can get it done. And I started to really put myself first, and I thought, you know what? I have something to share. God has put me in this path for a reason. I love to cook. I love to help people develop meal plans and come up with ideas on time management and make it work. And so that's when I decided that I was going to start sharing this opportunity. And I'm in a really good place right now. I'm working out, I'm eating clean, I'm helping people, and I really feel like this is the path that God wants me on. But those moms out there, you've got to put yourself first. God created a beautiful person in you. And if you don't take care of yourself, you can't be the wife and the mom and the friend and the Christian that you're supposed to be. You just can't. And until you put yourself first, you're not living up to God's potential in your life. So this has been the year of me. It's been a kick butt year, and I'm so excited about the future and what it holds for me and my family and my friends. And so for those challengers, rock it out, girl. It's time to put yourself first. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't beat yourself up about spending the time on yourself. You need to do it. It's important. It's important for you. It's important for your husband, and it's important for your kids. God bless. Love you. Bye.